Hey, sexy monkeys, we finally got Halloween Ends, the third movie in the David Gordon Green trilogy, and the 13th Halloween movie overall, the seventh movie for Laurie Strode. That's why it was a big deal for Jamie Lee Curtis. Her character is Laurie Strode. That's why you've been seeing a lot of her saying goodbyes. It's her seventh movie playing Laurie Strode, and they made it very adamant, like, we're done. This is it. I heard she even signed a contract saying like you can't come back. I don't know if that's true or not, but we finally got it. Man, this for me was the movie of the year, and did it live up to the hype? I actually gonna be one of those guys and say I actually enjoy this movie a lot. Is it the best in the franchise? No, it's not. If I had to say right now where I would put the franchise, I would do like fourth to seventh place around there. So it's clearly not the best, but it's nowhere near the worst. But there are some scenes that are gonna really divide a lot of people. Especially that one scene where it felt like a wrestling match. Let's put it that way. Between two men. I won't say what happened, but it's like, did that really happen? I was on the edge of my seat for that. I was like, this is not going down. And there was no cuts. It was like one camera angle, stationary the whole time, and they're going like back and forth. If you know what I mean, yeah, that's gonna divide a lot of people. But the kills, oh, the kills were there's this one kill. I won't say what, but I was like, no, no, you no. And then they showed it, but it was like a little bit out of focus. But oh my god, that's in the top 10 kills for Halloween franchise, hands down. But there's not much kills. There's not much deaths. It does take a while to get to that point because you have a new character. We all know Corey Cunningham, new character. We thought we knew about what was going to happen. You know, with him killing or being involved with the babysitter, not babysitter, but he was babysitting a kid supposedly, and somehow the kid dies, and that's really the what we knew going in. And they surprised me how they delivered on that. It's all in the opening scene. I won't say what happens, but I was not predicting that. It definitely was like, is this Michael? Is that Michael? I don't know. I loved it. So, also with this being divisive with a lot of you people is this movie, the direction it went, and just the constructive like storytelling, and adding a brand new character in the end of a trilogy. Bitch swings. They took a bitch swing several times, very boldish, and that's why I really enjoyed this movie. It was just so different that if you watch any other Halloween movie, this is really the most complicated story. It really is complicated, but I love that stuff because it really gets you going with your brain. It's like I was on the edge of my seat, and surprisingly, we had like there's like 10 people in the movie theater, so it was like really empty. So when shit went down, I had no hesitation to like laugh out loud or say, "Oh shit!" Like some of those kills, I was on the edge of my seat, dude. But the kills, yeah, there's a few kills where they do not hold back showing it either. Christopher Nelson, actually, I take that back. Academy Award, Sir Christopher Nelson. Yes, love that dude. The guy that did the mask and the special effects. They showed some scenes, and it was just like, ooh, oh, loved it. But it did take a while to get to that point. Like I said, the first really two acts was developing that Corey character because he's brand new. So it really, you gotta give him a lot of time. But you gotta realize Michael had a lot of screen time in Halloween Kills. Laurie Strode had a lot of screen time in 2018. And I feel like this is Allison's movie and Corey's movie. Because you don't get much Michael. Michael's more near the end. But when he is on screen, he is very satisfying. Michael is he looks great. That mask. I love everything about Michael. It's just, I wish we had a little bit more about it. But like I said, Michael had a lot of screen time in Halloween Kills. I feel like that was Michael's movie. Just let him just go all out slasher. 2018 felt really Laurie Strode. And this felt really Allison. You get so much Allison. And I love this is the best Allison of the three, hands down. You really dive in with her. She really gets to grow as a character. And the way that she is at the end of the movie, I won't say what, I love it. I'm like, good job, girl. With Laurie Strode in this movie, you see her smiling. She is like, this is my favorite Laurie Strode. Of the 7 movies, I will take this Laurie Strode any day. Because I thought 2018 was way too much PTSD. I thought that Halloween H2O, I thought that was great with her PTSD, the alcohol. I thought they did a great job. But with this Laurie Strode, love it. Love it. Alright, a few things that I noticed was you definitely tell they weren't quite sure where to go with this movie. Because originally you gotta realize it was only pitched for 2 movies, and then that second movie they stretched out into these 2 movies. So, if you really think about it, Halloween, 2018 kills and ends. It really does feel like 2 movies. It really does. Because if you kind of like tweak out a bunch of pieces in those 3 movies, you can come up with 2 really solid good fucking movies. But you can tell it was all stretched out. They weren't quite sure where to go with a few things, but the direction they were going, I was totally on board. I was totally on board. But like I said, there's that one scene where there's 2 people wrestling, and that scene is really gonna make people like, oh. Me personally, it's like, I can live with it. I love that people of Haddonfield, because Haddonfield is a character. It really is. You can't really have a Halloween movie without Haddonfield. I mean, you can, but for a great Halloween movie, you need to have Haddonfield. And the characters really redeem themselves from being really stupid in Halloween Kills with the mob mentality, making that guy suicide, jumping off the goddamn bridge. Not the bridge, but the window in the hospital. They redeemed themselves. The Haddonfield people, they got smarter. Because you also realize throughout this movie the town is, this is 4 years later from Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills. This is a 4-year gap. The town is suffering still. They have people that were family members that were killed. Some people are just like not having a good time still, like thinking about what happened, and they're still latching out at Laurie and Allison. They can't go through town without someone like, hey, you're the reason why so and so is dead. You're the reason why so and so can't walk. And you see that all the time as such, because Laurie, she is just so happy when she's around Frank. I love Hawkins. Will Patton, baby. Hawkins is great. I love Hawkins in this. So that was great. Allison, Laurie, and Hawkins, I enjoyed them very much in this movie compared to all the movies. But Laurie, she is smiling, and I love seeing that. You do get some surprisingly like appearance from characters that you thought might have been dead in 2018 and Halloween Kills, and they come back, but they weren't like, oh my god characters, but they were enough to be like, hey, I remember you. And I did see Nick Castle's cameo. Did you guys notice that cameo? Yeah, he's it's not much of a spoiler, it's a cameo. Fuck it. He's at the Halloween party and he's like, see anything you like? Hey, that's what Linda said. Just pop them. I was wondering where that came from. That's Nick Castle. I thought Nick Castle, if you don't know who Nick Castle is, he played the original Michael Myers from the very first movie. That is who Nick Castle is. But I thought he was that homeless guy. I really thought he was that homeless guy at first. But I realized, no, that's not Nick Castle. And then sure enough, they showed Nick Castle. I'm like, yes. Because I heard a rumor that he was going to have his mask off. Wasn't sure if he's going to be like playing Michael Myers, but I like his cameo. I don't know if you caught it, but I caught it. There's that Mulaney reference, from the flashback of Halloween Kills, like, don't fuck with the Mulaney's. I caught the Mulaney reference. I knew there was a reason why they brought that up in Halloween Kills. I'm like, why did they make that so adamant about the Mulaney's? Figured it out. I won't say what, but just keep your eye, not your eye, but just pay attention. There's a character of a Mulaney. I mean, at the end, I thought the pacing was well done. It's an hour and 51 minutes long, and it felt short. I remember looking at my phone, like, oh, fuck, this is going really fast. Because the pacing was so quick, so smooth, where you're just so dialed in, where you don't know what the next turn is going to go. So you're so dialed in where time just flies by. I absolutely enjoy the pacing on this. Overall, the ending was very satisfied. I won't say what happens. For me, personally, I will take this. Because you just don't see this ending at all in any of the Halloween movies. And if we're going to end it like they ended it, this is the movie to do it. This is the 13th fucking movie, guys. You know, obviously we're gonna have more Halloween. We're gonna have more Michael Myers. It's just gonna be different people that are gonna make it. It's just not gonna be Blumhouse. So yeah, we're gonna end it with this trilogy. Let's fucking end it. I was totally down for the way they ended it because it felt very proper send off. You know, for all the people that died and they were alive. It was a great send off for every single major character in this franchise, in my opinion. Overall, I gave it a 7 out of 10. Top of my head, like a franchise ranking, like I said, 4th to 7th place in the franchise. It's not the best at all. It does not beat 2018. I thought 2018 was so good, so good. But it's not bad at all. It's almost about midway, but just a hair bit above it. Does it beat Kills? They're close. They're close. But let me know what you guys think below. This is just a spoiler free. I'm going to watch it on Peacock when it comes out here in a few minutes because I watched it in theaters first time. Now the second time I watch it, take notes. This is so rewatchable. Literally, as soon as I got done, like I want to watch it again. Yeah, I'm a huge, huge Halloween fan. I love my movies, horror, absolute horror, but Halloween is my franchise. Just personally, I obsess. So for me being a Halloween fan, I enjoy this very much. I will take it. Yeah, a lot of people are going to be very divisive over this movie. It felt divisive like the Jurassic Park 3, the one that just, not Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, the third one that just came out, you know, a little while ago. A lot of people were on the fence with that, but I feel like this is going to be very on the fence type too. Overall, though, like I said, 7 out of 10. I give it a B. I give it a B. Really, the most negative things was I wish we had a little bit more Michael, but it reminds me of Jaws, where you don't see much sharks of the great white, but when you do see the shark, it's very satisfying. And they didn't waste a second with Michael. So, all right, sexy monkeys, this is just spoiler free. Like I said, I'm gonna watch another time, probably 2, 3, 4 more times. Then I'll be really digging into stuff that I can really talk about because a lot of stuff I can't talk about. But it's all good. I want you guys to enjoy this. So, hope you sexy monkeys have a good day.